Welcome back, and we've shifted things around just a little for this morning, and we're focusing at this time on Life Insurance Week, and most importantly, an upcoming fundraiser which has become a staple in the celebration, and that's the Red Gala. I have joining me at this time Shawn Smith, who is the president of Belize Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors, also known as BelfAIFA, and we have Ruby Nicholas, who is the president of the Kidney Association of Belize. Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning.
So, Shawn, let's just start with a little bit of a backdrop in terms of the BelfAIFA itself, yes, and the preparations and contributions you guys make in terms of insurance in the country.
Okay, BelfAIFA is, like you said, the association, and it's made up of members from different life insurance companies, namely RFNG, Sagicor, Diversified Life Solutions, Simpson's Insurance Agency. And we came together as an association. We're a member of a larger group, which is the Caribbean Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors. And we're actually doing our Life Insurance Awareness Week this week, October, and it ties in with a list of events.
Yeah.
Namely, our theme for this year Life Insurance Awareness Week is Enriching Lives Through Financial Freedom, and it's geared basically in financial planning. We want to ensure that the public at large are planning perfectly in terms of financial planning and ensuring that their families are set. We started off our week of events on Sunday, which was the 23rd, and it goes up till Saturday, which is the 29th. Throughout the week, we'll be making several media visits, as well as school visits, educating the students on the importance of insurance.
Yeah.
And also on Thursday, we'll be having the grocery collection, where we'll have advisors at the different stores throughout the country collecting canned foods for the different charities of their choice, no?
Okay.
Namely in Belize City, we chose to do this canned donation to Liberty Children's Home. We have always dealt with Liberty, and we are very proud in doing that. So we're excited about that event. Also on Friday, we will be having a health fair, which Ms. Ruby will be giving you more information on that.
Yeah.
But the week is very exciting. It gives us time to give back to the community and get out there.
And in addition to your health fair, you also have your fundraiser, your big fundraiser.
Yes, the big fundraiser is on Saturday.
Yeah.
That is the Red Night Gala that tops off the whole week. And it's a night of fun and excitement. We consider it to be that everybody that attends is actually VIP. And reason being because we have everybody gets to eat buffet style well at the Biltmore. It starts at 7. The night also includes auctions. Yeah. We have dinner and dance. So it's going to be a night of fun. Anybody that attends won't regret it.
Now, this relationship has been one that has been formed a long time ago in terms of in the insurance companies, or BelfAIFA, representatives of BelfAIFA, and the Kidney Association of Belize. Why is it that this has been one of the areas, and especially as people who provide insurance to people, why did it become recognized that working with the Kidney Association was one of the best relationships you could have?
Okay, like I said, we are a member of a larger organization, the Caribbean Association, and each territory decided on an association that we would adopt and assist within your country. And so we chose to take on Kidney Association because we wanted to explore more and give people an idea of the when it comes to kidney awareness and so forth. So we took on kidney as our main recipient.
Yeah.
And since then we have partnered with Kidney to ensure that, especially during our awareness week, that we assist in whatever ways we can to help them in terms of financing.
And Ms. Ruby, on the Kidney Association's front, how has the organization benefited from this relationship?
For many years, BelfAIFA has adopted Kidney Association, and all their resources in relation to the Red Night Gala has been a benefit to the organization. we have seen whereby their contribution on an annual basis has supported several kidney patients who are in dire need of support for kidney for dialysis. So that has been really an effort that has been well received by our association. And it's an annual event, and we are partnering as a team so that we are able to reach out to the general populace that they can support that special night, because all proceeds that is been given to the Red Night Gala is given also to the Kidney Association of Belize, and by that we are able to assist kidney patients. So that's our number one goal in trying to support the BelfAIFA.
We also know the great risks and vulnerabilities that the Belizean population has for kidney-related illnesses because of our high rates of diabetes and hypertension and our simple lifestyle. The education portion seems to have become as important as well in terms of helping people understand why you have to take care of your kidneys.
Yes.
When you have the opportunity to go out with representatives of BelfAIFA or to present on their behalf, what's the key message you send out as the Kidney Association?
We have been and will always request, as part of our educational awareness, is to know your health status. We are targeting mainly those who are diabetic and hypertensive. That's the message we send to the public, that if you're diabetic mainly and hypertensive, which are the two main causes of kidney failure, to know your health status. Visit your doctors, take your medication, do an annual kidney function test, and this year we're fortunate to join forces with BelfAIFA to do a health fair on Friday, because we see the need for public awareness, for them to become aware, to know their health status. So that's our key message out there. Again, healthy eating is also our key. For this year, we have launched, or we have teamed up with several health providers to go and do several health fairs, and we are grateful to the central lab. They have also joined forces with us, that whenever we go out to do our health fair now, we are now adding the component of doing a kidney function test.
Fantastic.
So we recently came from San Pedro, and it was a very received health fair. We end up having over 75 persons at the fair who were able to do their kidney function test.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So
how simple is the test?
It's just a blood drawn.
Okay.
And the test has been done by the central lab, and the results are being provided to us, and then we would inform the participants of their level of kidney function test. It's an annual recommendation to do. The reason is that the symptoms of kidney disease mirrors several other diseases, or mirrors a simple thing that we would ignore. And we have had many patients who come and say, I was totally unaware, blindsided of the fact that now I have to do dialysis.
Yeah, and we know the cost that comes
And we
along
know
with
the
that.
cost of it.
Now, Shawn, looking at the larger picture in terms of Life Insurance Week, there are some who buy into insurance very easily. They see the idea of investing in the event of any emergency as worthwhile, and there's some who are still hard to sell to. Let's talk a bit about the main misconceptions that people have about insurance that you guys have to respond to on a regular basis.
Well, most times what we find is that some individuals believe that insurance is too expensive, the cost of it. So when they think about getting an insurance, the first thing they would assume is that maybe I won't be able to afford it. But sitting with an advisor it could be at any of the insurance companies I mentioned, you're able to go through your needs. It's a financial need assessment.
Yes.
Based on that, you're able to know what based on recommendations from your advisor, you know what you're able to afford. But we have rates that are very low, and the rates, they vary based on your age as well as your health status. Now, in some cases as well, people might underestimate the fact that maybe I'm too old or my health is not all that, so I won't qualify, so just disregard it. But we want to be able to come out when we speak to our clients, we educate them on why they should have it, the importance of it, the effects on your family, because in this case we have people that are being diagnosed with kidney failure and so forth. But how do you prepare financially for it? Because if you're diagnosed, the first things in most cases, some individuals would maybe cry or consult your family, but the next step is finding that income to provide. So the financial aspect of it is one of the main things that we go through on a daily basis.
And in terms of the openness that Belizeans now have to access the different insurance products, because there's life insurance and there are other forms of protections that people can get as well.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So when your advisor meets with you, you usually go through a needs-based, and based on that, there are different sections of financial planning. It's not that the advisor want to come to you and say, "Oh, Marlene, we have this insurance to sell you." It's basically going by what you need, because once you tie it to what you need, then it would have more meaning to you to keep. Because Christmas is coming up. If you're making a sacrifice and you see a TV at one of the stores, you could easily say, "You know what? I don't want that again. I could do this." But if you link it to your need, then it's much easier for you to keep it as a long-term investment.
And the current demographic of persons that, they're especially, are you seeing more young people coming on board in terms of accessing life insurance?
It varies actually, because you have life insurance from a child is a baby, a toddler, after retirement. So it varies depending on the stage that you are in life presently. In educating the students at the schools, that is one of the things that we highlighted from the schools that we attended already, in the fact that when you graduate from school, what would be your next step when you're out? Do you start planning for retirement from then? We have found that most people in Belize, when we speak to them, they start planning retirement at a late stage, probably like around 40, coming on to 50. And at that point, you would have to put in, should you take out a plan, you would have to put in much more than an individual that started from earlier. So that we exercise the cost of waiting with them, and that way they're able to see, okay, then this really makes sense. Let's take action now.
And retirement planning, is that becoming more mainstream now? I don't know how many people know that some of the insurance companies, or maybe all, I don't know, offer retirement planning as well.
Yes, retirement planning, it's very important, because nobody wants to be old and broke, really. We want to ensure that at the end of the day, when we retire, we're comfortable in what, after all those years of working. It wouldn't really matter how much money you made over all the years, it's actually how much you have set aside. So in planning retirement, we do have plans geared towards that. And again, it all boils down to the same thing, financial goal planning with your advisor.
Now, one of the things that critics of insurance say is, well, I'm better off just putting my money in a savings account versus putting it with an insurance company. What do you say to people like that?
Well, you see, when it comes to putting your money in a savings account, say for example, you put that money in your account for 2 months. You're putting $100 aside, and you passed away. Then what your beneficiary receives is just the 200 or 300 that you had put on that account, versus in life insurance that gives you the money that you wish to have, because that same 200 you would have paid your premiums for 2 months and you passed. Your benefit, maybe if it was say 100,000, that amount would be paid to your beneficiary. So with just 2 premiums, you're able to collect, your beneficiary would be able to collect much more versus that 200 that would have been on your savings. So we look at it from that angle all the time.
Now, let's talk a bit about the details of the upcoming events. As you pointed out, you'll continue doing some education,
Right.
some of the same things that we spoke about just now, and then you have your health fair. When is that
Yes.
going to be and where?
Okay.
It's going to be on the 28th of October, which is this Friday,
Okay.
at the Lions parking lot, adjacent to the Carl Hushan Memorial Hospital.
Right at the end of the street.
Right at the end of the street. It will start at 8 and completed at 2 p.m. Our main focus will be doing testing for blood sugar, blood pressure, kidney function tests. We will also be testing for HIV/AIDS. We'll be testing the eyes. Coupons will be given out to be testing the eyes. We'll also have other health providers who will be there to provide educational materials to the persons who come. And that will be an entire day event. Everything that is going to be done that day will be for free. So we're there to educate the public. We're catering for 200 participants.
Any particular age group that you want to come out?
Anyone can come out.
Okay.
And we're asking, because we normally would have these health fair, and we don't get the public to come out as much as we would want to. And this is an opportunity for them to come out to know their health status.
Well, that's a lot of tests that you're going to get completely free.
Yes.
And I want to ask specifically about the kidney function test because we don't speak about it that often. Who should get a kidney function test and when should they get it?
We're advising that all adults across the board should be doing an annual kidney function test. Similarly, like when it's recommended that you do a pap smear annually, you do your mammogram annually, that's what we're recommending.
Okay.
That an annual test be done for kidney function across the board.
Okay, great.
And
go
for
ahead.
those who are diabetic and hypertensive, to stay within their health clinic to know that they're hypertensive and diabetic be normal through taking of their medication and do their kidney function tests also annually.
All right. And proper diet, of course.
And proper diet and advice,
yeah.
visit the nutritionist.
So I want to talk a little bit about the Red Night Gala.
Yes.
Because I know that's a great fundraiser for the Kidney Association of Belize, and we'll talk a bit about how many patients you've been able to help with dialysis. But let's talk about the gala itself first.
Okay.
So where can people get tickets, and what's the
All right.
cost?
The tickets are available at the Kidney Association. Anybody that is interested, we wouldn't put it in a cost frame. We ask a donation.
Okay, a
The donation would be $100 per person, and that gets you buffet. You also receive we also have auction in between. That is also a part of the fundraising for the night.
Okay.
We have entertainment. This year we included Mr. Carlos Perote as a part of our entertainment. Also the Super Urban straight out of Orange Walk. They usually come and rock the house, so we have no problem with them. Every year they have been very helpful in being a part of our fundraiser. And we have tons of giveaways. We try to make sure that we give away a lot because people like giveaways.
Oh, yes.
And definitely we want them to come back next year, and we want it to be even bigger next year. So every year we try to make sure that we do some things within the program that is very interesting, that brings people back. So if you had the experience before, you wouldn't think about hesitating on giving that donation again for the next year.
And it is this Saturday.
This Saturday.
So people can get their tickets from the Kidney Association's
Yes.
office. Where is that?
That's at 9068 LaCroix Boulevard.
Okay.
But I can give out the numbers
Yes.
to contact us. You can get us at 615-6861. At my number 604-3532 or 615-3532. We will also be having a raffle for that night. Yes, and this time it's $5 a chance. And it's 16 fabulous prizes. We must thank our sponsors. They have been so supportive in providing us with these prizes for the raffle. It will be raffle at that same night.
Okay, so you can buy your raffle tickets now, and but you can also buy it the night at the gala?
Yes, you can also buy it at the night at the gala. So.
And in the past, since this has been such a strong partnership, as you've said several times, the proceeds of the Red Night Gala, the auction, go towards the Kidney Association for the very expensive but necessary treatment of dialysis. Let's talk about how many people you've been able to assist because you have access to these funds from the fundraiser.
Well, we normally would assist 3 to 5 patients a month.
Okay.
And it varies on the need basis.
Okay.
What we do is these 3 to 5 persons who come to us are normally newly diagnosed patients.
Okay.
That's our primary support. And what we also are recognizing that these patients would be asking again for support. We have one patient in particularly who we have been assisting on a continuous basis because of not having the resources for dialysis. So we see the need to assist them. No one is turned away.
Yeah.
We try not to turn away anyone. And we're finding out that 5 to 6 patients are being diagnosed each month.
Wow.
Yes, and
with chronic failure? Or?
Yes, at the stage of needing dialysis.
Whoa, yeah, and it's extremely expensive. We keep on saying this all the time.
Expensive.
It's 3 sessions a week.
3 sessions a week. We're also noting that a lot of the patients are only doing 2 sessions a week.
Because that's all they can afford?
That's all they can afford. And if they're only doing 1, their health is been compromised.
Yeah.
It's been compromised.
All right. So with all that said, it definitely shows why people should support the gala that you guys have every year, and I know you definitely make it a great occasion as well.
We're also trying our best to advocate for prevention.
Yes.
Prevention.
You stole my next question because it was going to be, in order to prevent reaching the point, I mean, and we keep on saying, I say this every time we have a guest related to dialysis, you don't want to reach that point.
No,
it is
you don't.
Whenever you have to have a machine doing the work of your kidney, except for a kidney transplant, it's the rest of your life and an expense that not many people can afford.
And even with kidney transplant, you have an medication that costs.
That is extremely expensive as well.
To maintain.
So to prevent reaching the point of any kidney-related illness, what do we need to be doing?
Okay, there are 5 stages of kidney disease. Stage 4 to 5 is classified as end-stage renal failure, where you will need to do dialysis. Stage 1 to 3 is where we advocate for patients to be vigilant in ensuring that they visit their doctors. I keep on repeating over and over that if you're diabetic or hypertensive, continuously visit your doctor. We're finding out a lot of the patients, when you do speak with them, they're not visiting their doctors. We had a session with Dr. Bradley, and he said, once you have a chronic disease, you have no choice but to take your medication. You cannot today decide that you want to take your medication, and because you're feeling well, or your numbers for your diabetes and your hypertension are low, that's the reason why I won't take my medication. So once you have any of the chronic diseases, take your medication regularly. Healthy eating is a taboo in our country. That's supposed to be our number one goal in healthy eating. And especially if you have any of these diseases. So that's what we do advocating every time. When we're now saying that kidney failure is now like a silent killer, because majority of the patients that we interview would have known of their kidney failure at this end stage. But the doctor tells us that these stages is not a sudden end stage.
Yeah.
It's a gradual process.
Yeah.
And so we should be visiting our doctors, knowing our health status.
Get that kidney function
Get
test.
that kidney
and you
function.
can get it for free on Friday.
On Friday.
Here in Belize City at the Lions parking lot. That's on Princess Margaret Drive. It's near the emergency entrance to the KHMH, just in case you don't know where it is. But it is an excellent opportunity to not only get your kidney function test, you're offering quite a number of other tests as well, completely free. And it's all a part of the Life Insurance Week where you want people to know their status.
That's right.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say before we close off, ladies?
We just like to invite the public, if you haven't gotten your tickets as yet, please call the Kidney Association, get your tickets. It's a donation. Like I said, we'll be treating everybody as VIP, so you have no need to worry. You'll be getting your money's worth and at the same time making donations to a very worthy cause. We, BelfAIFA, are proud to be a part of assisting in this event, and we try to make sure that at the end of the day, we're looking after the general public. We're all Belizeans and we want to ensure that at the end of the day we're helping as well. So we just want to thank Channel 5 for allowing us the opportunity to come, and also thank Kidney for giving us the opportunity to assist them.
All right, ladies, thank you very much for being here, and we hope that people take advantage of the health fair and also provide their donation for the Red Night Gala as well. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned.